Donald Trump's attorneys have filed a document in the Southern District of Florida. This is the West Palm Beach Division. This is before Judge Eileen Cannon. This is in the matter of the Mar-a-Lago raid. So to bring you up to speed, Judge Cannon has ordered the appointment of a special master. The special master is a kind of third party, a neutral guy, to review all the documents seized by the FBI and by the Biden DOJ. And the idea is that the special master will decide which of those documents can be retained by the government, which of those documents have to be returned to Trump. Basically, Judge Cannon says, I don't trust the Biden DOJ to perform this task fairly. Now, the Biden people are fighting this bitterly. They're threatening to appeal, which of course is their right, but, good luck. First of all, they'd be appealing to an appellate court that is majority Republican, and even if they appeal that, it's going to go to the Supreme Court. So good luck, guys. Knock yourselves out with the appeal. But even as they are threatening to appeal, they do have to fight it out before Judge Cannon. Now they're trying to say, the Biden administration, that the special master can review the documents, but should not have access to any of the classified documents. And who gets to determine what's a classified document? The Biden DOJ goes, well, we do. So we will designate all these documents as classified. We will separate them out. We will give the rest of the documents to the special master. And the Trump people say that's ridiculous. First of all, the issue of whether a document is classified or declassified, and by the way, a document can be originally classified but then have been declassified either by Trump or through a declassification process. The Trump attorneys go, it's not been determined what is and is not classified. They don't, meaning the Biden DOJ doesn't get to say, we've classified all these documents in our opinion. We think that they're all classified. So none of these go to the special master. The Trump people say, and this seems reasonable, all the documents should go to the special master. The special master gets to decide and separate out basically what documents go into what pile. But as the Trump lawyers make their case, they lay out a bunch of interesting stuff that I think is worth thinking about. First of all, they call this whole thing a, quote, document storage dispute that has spiraled out of control. And I think what they mean by out of control is that the Biden people are out of control. Trump, it turns out, at least this is the contention of the Trump team, has every right to access to all, and I emphasize all, his own personal and professional records during his term in office. In other words, there's no such thing as a classified document to which Trump himself has no access. Trump has access to all of it. As long as it was in his administration, as long as it was under his purview, he has a right to access it. Now, it doesn't mean that the documents can't be stored with the archives, or it doesn't mean that the documents can't be kept with the government. But even if they were kept with the government, Trump would still have access to them. Now, the idea of where documents are stored and who should be storing them, in other words, are the documents personal and should therefore be stored with Trump, or are they professional or presidential and should they be stored with the National Archives? This is determined by something called the Presidential Records Act, otherwise known as the PRA. Now, the PRA is simply a way of specifying where the documents should be located, not who has access to them. Trump has access to them no matter what. But because this is a law, the Presidential Records Act, about document storage, it is a purely civil matter. In other words, there is a process of negotiation that goes back and forth between the National Archives and Records Administration, the so-called NARA, and presidents to determine exactly how these documents are separated out. There's absolutely no provision in this law for criminal penalties. In other words, it's not a crime for a document to be in the wrong place. It's simply a matter of a back and forth process of consultation with regard to where the documents are ultimately delivered. And so I think what the Trump lawyers are saying is, and this would hardly be new, that the Democrats and the Biden administration are trying to criminalize what is essentially a civil matter.